Welcome into Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Having a Wednesday. There's a lot of news to get to today, like a lot. Apparently, the president will be on TV later tonight. But we also have JT's miraculous montage, which is filled with great stories, hot flash news, and other delights. So you should be happy that you tuned in because you know what? We're going to make it worth your time, aren't we?
She called me JT.
You did.
JT.
Do you
I'm
know
JP.
it,
Nice
JT?
to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Yes, I do.
I couldn't figure out if you picked up on that or not. I was like, God, did we change his name? Are we
I'm
transing?
going to change. I'm changing your name.
So
It's
we didn't
JT
recognize
now.
you with that scraggly beard.
Okay. I'm going to be home this weekend and I'm using my dad's. So,
Okay.
Go to the storage unit
Whatever.
and find your own.
no, it's in a box literally in the back corner. I know exactly where it is in the storage unit.
Don't you hate that when you move
Yep.
and you know where you put stuff that you're like, well, I'm just not going to get to it.
It's so annoying because literally all I did, I just went into the bathroom and just put everything in box and wasn't thinking.
You know, it
But
was
you
such a
mark
man
it
mover.
bathroom important, and you don't put it in the storage unit.
Or you put a little label on it that says
Rookie mistake.
first day box,
First day.
Yeah.
coffee maker, towels,
Toilet
and
paper.
toilet paper, and perhaps your trimmer.
I noticed it too. Like I've noticed in time, but when we posted our gala picture and then I posted the ALGOP Christmas party picture side by side, you can notice my beard is crazy. But yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get it fixed.
So
And congratulations, you can grow a beard.
Thank you.
There are many men who can't.
You're a man.
I'm a man. I drink black
Congratulations.
coffee and I'm a man.
We're glad you're here to
Mm.
keep us in line. Hey, I have some breaking news considering you said Trump was going to make an announcement. I got a call from someone who's connected to DC, and I think this is hysterical. These are the rumors floating around DC that of what Trump is going to talk about. Y'all want to take there are three possibilities people are floating. Y'all want to take a guess?
Venezuela is one.
Okay.
You want to guess? What? Do you have any other guesses?
Something about Susie Wiles since she's been in the news.
Oh, that's a good guess. Anything else?
Is there one that we're completely just not even on the same?
Yeah, like one is just
Off the wall.
I laughed out loud.
Hold on. Okay, we got to think about this.
Here's your hint.
JT.
Here's your hint. Tim Burchett. What is Tim really
Is it
passionate about?
Epstein related?
UFOs.
Oh,
He's going to make an announcement about UFOs.
Okay.
Ooh.
Here's the DC scuttlebutt. Either we're going to start bombing Venezuela,
Mhm.
which might be the most logical possibility because don't we have ships over there?
Oh, yeah.
Like
We've
ready?
actually set up a blockade of their oil tankers, so it's about to get real.
Okay.
Or he's going to talk about aliens.
Mhm.
Oh, my word. Okay.
Or it's something about legalizing marijuana.
Ugh.
And I laughed out loud when they told me that because I'm like, could you? Okay, first of all, Venezuela, we need to talk about that. But in general, my first reaction is, ugh, okay, depends on the details, right? The devil's in the details. Aliens, I'm so here for it. Tell us all. I mean, Tim Burchett said there's some like football field size something under the water that's housing a bunch of UFOs and aliens or something. If he makes that address, look,
I
Be
need
the
to
best
see
thing ever.
pictures. I
Good
need
evening,
to see
America.
pictures.
Aliens are real. Good night. What?
deuces. And then I thought, if he makes like this prime time address about marijuana,
No.
I will be so sad that that's where we are, as if I'm not sad enough already with where we are in America, but that it would be that monumental. Like, just please do that quietly.
Yeah.
Just,
Come on.
but odds are what? Venezuela?
Yeah. Actually, I
Yeah.
saw Tucker put up something saying everybody's telling him that it's Venezuela.
Yeah. I
They're
think it's
announcing-
Venezuela.
Pretty much declaring war on Venezuela tonight. AKA bomb the stew out of Venezuela until they give up. Until Maduro leaves. So
He's got to go. So again, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. That situation used to be something we would do behind the scenes.
mhm.
We would just oust them, pretend like we didn't. Everybody knew we did. You know, we're watching you, watching us, watching you. And now we're doing it publicly. And the same people who are for the subterfuge of the CIA overturning governments, installing new leaders, are the same people that are like, we shouldn't do anything against Venezuela.
Yeah.
You mean because we're watching?
So are we for it or against it?
I'm for it.
I'm for it.
Okay, why?
I mean, it's the Monroe Doctrine. It's our hemisphere. We need to assert our dominance in our hemisphere. We can't have a pro-Russian, pro-China regime in our hemisphere that is also meddling in our elections and is also trafficking fentanyl to America. So this is our sphere of influence. We need to. It depends on how we do it. If it's a drug out,
I'm for what you're saying.
if it's a drug out, we're going to be in Venezuela for decades, like we are still in Syria, and we got service members still being killed in Syria, then no. But I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be we will start bombing Venezuela. We will start seizing their oil tankers like we already are until Maduro just gives up. I'd be shocked if we actually sent traditional boots on the ground and it was a conventional war with Venezuela. I think it would just be, we're going to bomb you until you give up. So if that's it, I'm for it.
I'm for no boots on the ground. I want them to bomb them and make sure he gets the heck out of the country, period, because they won't stop with the drug war. Because my purpose is not only to get Maduro gone because of who he has relationships with, but also because of the drug war. So if it is not boots on the ground, if we are sending drones, if we are bombing from the water, if we were doing that sort of thing, I'm for it, but I'm for a short duration. I am not for drawn out. I'm not for sending our boys in. I'm not for any of that. But I do think this needs to get over with so that the rightly elected leader can be installed and she can help turn the country around, which feels like it's desperately needed.
I guess I just kind of go, ugh, like it makes me really tense up because I thought we were a little bit past this. If we go boots on the ground, to me, that's reminiscent of Venezuela, kind of like, not Venezuela, Vietnam. I don't know how well we do. It's been so long since we fought a war like that. And I don't think that that's what it's going to be like, but I just hope it doesn't drag out. If it's strategic, the cartels, maybe like Iran in and out. I get that. But I also am kind of tired of like our America itself, the United States of America is a little bit in a crisis right now in general with so many things economically, culturally, our government, our federal government, everything's kind of spinning out of control. So all this focus on Ukraine and giving money to the Taliban and Venezuela, Israel got like, okay, I get it, but like we kind of need to take care of ourselves.
Well, so I agree with you. I feel like everywhere I've worked in radio, I've stuck it as a sore thumb as like I'm against every sort of conflict, like Ukraine, Middle East, everything. But I feel like this one is in our own backyard. Like America we have an obligation to a certain extent because we are protecting our own with blowing up these drug ships. We are protecting our own because that's an enemy in our own backyard in terms of access from Russia and China. So I think you can do both if you do it the right way. The problem is America has completely scrambled foreign policy for 20 something years, and it's got Americans with fatigue that we don't want to get involved in anything because we've been so bad in the war on terror. Ukraine is bankrupting us. So I do think there are good foreign conflicts that we can do the right way. And I think this can be one of them. But I agree with you. I think a lot of Americans feel that way because of how bad American foreign policy has been over the last 20 something years. If we do it right, I'm for it. So
what are we targeting? Like, what do y'all think? Just Maduro
regime
structures? Change. But I mean, if we're going to start bombing stuff, it's the cartels and it's the palace, or I don't know. What's our target?
Military.
Well,
I think cartel points, military points probably. I mean, having a blockade of their oil tankers is a big deal. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of surprised that Maduro wouldn't just leave over that. We're already seizing oil tankers. There's actually been some speculation that all that's fake and that this is a CIA psyop, that we're not actually seizing oil tankers. We're just trying to get Maduro scared and leave. I don't think that's true. But yeah, it'd probably be cartel points and maybe some military strategic points. Oil, it'd probably be like oil refineries or oil reserves that they have. That'd be my guess.
Okay.
Yep. I sort of have hope because it's Trump. I sort of have hope because I assume it will be precision. And if it's that with dates, this is how long we'd like for it to last. And, I think we have to do these kind of things while we have the opportunity. But I am 99% of the time, would you just please keep us out of all this nonsense? Because what has it led to? And so this will be interesting, but I think tonight's announcement by Trump will be about Venezuela.
I wonder what's causing the speculation that's going to be about aliens.
I don't know, but it made me laugh.
That's funny.
That is really funny. Also,
really exciting.
Can you ask him about that?
Can I ask
Tim
about a?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Like here's the deal.
And did we land on the moon?
We have heard about these things for a while. I personally believe that they are demons.
Mm-hmm.
But if there are pictures and y'all are talking about underground stuff, I need y'all to put the pictures out there.
Tim's stuff was underwater.
Underwater, underground.
Underwater football fields of like UFO storage units is what's in my head.
Well, I've heard that there are
Makes zero
there
sense.
are tunnels and such underground and under the ocean. Like I've heard both. Please spill as much as you can spill.
I'm gonna get it
I
all
want
out
to
of him.
know because if the Oprahs and the others in Maui built those large homes with underground bunkers, I need to know a little bit more about that. And Tim seems like the person who would know.
Good question. Was it space lasers that took out all those homes? And
It sounds crazy, but guess what?
maybe we are crazy.
We're not crazy. We're paying attention.
What if Trump's announcement tonight is a mix of all of it? Maduro and Venezuela are aliens and we're going to war.
That's it.
And
Sure.
we're all smoking joints on the way.
Yeah. Good evening, America. Weed is now legal. Maduro's an alien and we're going to war.
What if Area 50, whatever, I don't
Fine.
even know enough about it. What if it is all a total psyop, massive prank?
I don't know. They probably just got really super high tech military equipment there. I don't think there's aliens. However, I can't remember who it was. I don't have a lot of time on this, but there was some agency or some private corporation, I can't remember, put out a bunch of locations in the US where they believe alien material is. It's a former Navy air, Navy pilot or something that did that. And Redstone was one of them.
I saw that.
He alleged that
I saw that.
Redstone in Huntsville has space material or alien material. Could be in our own backyard, literally.
Can we get a tour?
I think we should ask for one.
Kind of freaks me out. It's like the time we went on a ghost tour in Savannah and I thought it was all funny. And then I immediately regretted it. I was like, okay, this isn't funny. This is evil and dark. But if there are aliens, I don't know. The Bible describes some froggy looking things. That's what we say aliens look like.
Yeah. So maybe our word is actually a demon. I mean, honestly, when we get to heaven, whenever that happens, new heaven, new earth situation, and we see that the principalities and the unaware things we couldn't see because we were here, I think our eyes will be opened. So when they say aliens, I just wish they'd go, it's demons.
Demons. I think I'm with you.
It's probably more accurate. Then we can also have the discussion. Did one actually attack Tucker Carlson? That was a wild story. I think we got to go to a break. Do we have to go to a break?
We do.
We got to go to a break. I have more breaking news on the other side. I don't know if y'all think it's as big of a deal as I do, but we'll see. We'll be back.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. I said it right.
JT.
JT,
I
Justin
think that's going to
Timberlake.
be your new nickname. But greetings to all of you on X. Hello. Happy Wednesday. It is what the Hale County Wednesday. Okay?
It's a Hale
That's
County.
what it is, because what the Hale County is Trump going to talk about tonight? What the Hale County is going on at Brown University, which I know you will cover in your montage, JP. But Susie Wiles, you're going to cover that too. But Allison, though, apparently has more breaking news.
It is a big deal, but y'all aren't going to be as excited about it as I am. I
Okay.
think it's pretty cool. Jared Hudson, who's running for U.S. Senate here in Alabama, Navy SEAL, Covenant Rescue, has been on our show a few times. He just got endorsed by Senator Mark Wayne Mullen,
Oh, wow.
I like Mark Wayne.
which is kind of a huge deal. And Mark Wayne is one of my favorites. I've got the clip pulled up. Do y'all remember when he wanted to fight
Yep.
that Teamster
Yeah.
guy?
Which Mark Wayne is an MMA fighter, former MMA fighter.
Oh,
So
you're
What?
a big MMA
Oh, that's
fan.
right.
he's got the cauliflower ears and everything.
Yes. Okay.
Kind of a big deal.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was announced like Don Jr.'s media company picked it up and just put it out. And yeah, so anybody that's going to fight somebody on a hearing floor, I'm a big fan of.
That's fun. It's good times.
Stand your butt up. No, you stand your
Neat.
butt
Go right here.
up.
Reminded me of middle school.
Bernie
will
Sanders had the
fight
javelin.
you.
Yes.
I will cut you. This is basically what happened.
It's funny.
That's great.
Anyway, okay, you've got some breaking news.
Do I?
Yeah, you do. I mean, we're speculative news.
Speculative news that perhaps we'll get into at the end of the show today or closer to the end, but we're watching Tim Pool and looking at his pod. And apparently it has been alleged on his show that Candace Owens is about to get sued by Charlie Kirk's security team, Security. So she is backing down from some claims perhaps she made yesterday. It's also been alleged, I was reading this morning, that this whole investigation that she's going through with people on her podcast, a former investigator went through and was like, this is just called a regular investigation. So he was kind of going piece by piece, like the things you think you're breaking, you're not breaking. This is standard for investigations. So it's just all crumbling.
Oh, you mean the thing she was trying to make into
The thing she was trying to make into that, also an investigator yesterday was taking it apart, and it was still making the rounds today.
Yeah.
Like, Candace, move on to something else. We beg you.
Yeah. I think this is going to end well for her. All right, when we come back, we will get to the montage, cover lots of news. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. You guys, I think it's time for the montage. You think so?
I think so. Time for JT's Monster Miraculous Miracle
I love
montage.
it. You've just adopted it yourself, except you can't like your whatever nickname we come up with for you.
Yeah, that's the rule.
So,
you can't
sorry.
like your nickname.
Are y'all still? Y'all haven't come up with a name. Well, so I guess if y'all come up with one for me, then I have to come up with one for y'all.
You don't like Big Al?
Well, do you like Big Al? If you don't like Big Al, I'll start calling you Big Al.
Well, let me just say, I love Big Al.
Okay, so I'll start calling her
Do
Big
you
Al.
love JT? You love JT?
I don't know. It is what it is.
I wonder what your brain went. Anyway,
It glitched. Okay,
glitch.
it Mitch McConnell for a second. It's just a slip of the tongue, guys. I didn't mean to.
Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Well, we do have to tell the audience about attorney Stan McDonald when we do the montage, who is a 30-year veteran in the practice of law in North Alabama. Not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years, and when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend, and likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. Attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's Stan McDonald, 256-533-0202. And tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. And no representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Like what news?
Still don't understand if this was a targeted shooting, and they're not giving us any clue about that. Is he an international student? How many international students do they have? Thorny issue, the issue of the Palestinian situation. There's been a lot of action, a lot of protests at Brown University. Does that concern them? Is there an international angle that they're concerned about? Still don't know about that.
Shooting, I believe some web pages for students or faculty have been taken down. Is that a response to any external threats to anyone in the community?
I know nothing about web pages being taken down as part of this. It's the first I've heard of it.
She, the leader of the school, so unaware about the basics of this case. It's just frustrating.
The interviews that White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles gave to Vanity Fair, in which she's quoted as referring to you as a conspiracy theorist of a decade.
Sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, but I only believe in the conspiracy theories that are true.
For about 200 years, the Chaplain Corps continued its role as the spiritual leader of our service members, serving our men and women in times of hardship and ministering to their souls. But sadly, as part of the ongoing war on warriors, in recent decades, its role has been degraded. We're going to restore the esteemed position of chaplains as moral anchors for our fighting force.
Not know if they were going to be open. I didn't know what Erica's energy was going to be like, if it was going to be more of an argument, if there was going to be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water, but I didn't drink that water too. It was a lot. There's a lot going on, okay?
She gets weirder by the day.
Also, who uses the term, I didn't know what her energy was going to be?
Yeah.
Crazy people.
It's weird.
Her aura.
Her aura.
Is it going to be pink or yellow? I mean, I don't know. Crazy, weird stuff. Starting off with the first clip of the Brown University story gets worse and worse, mainly because it's just a giant fumble. You know, like, okay, so you drop the punt and then somebody comes to try and pick it up, recover it, and they kick it down the field and then they trip over their feet. It's like one terrible thing after another of mismanagement. And so they arrest a guy. It's not the guy. His name gets out.
Well,
or they didn't arrest him.
They detained a guy.
They detained him, interrogated him. What's unfortunate is his name got out. You know, now they have this video of some guy with a dad bod. You can't even see his face. They don't know. Another name got out of somebody that they took down a web page and scrubbed the internet of him. But now they're saying that's not him. They said that They don't have any video of the person coming in the entrance because the building was really old. But you can put a new camera on old brick. It is just the weirdest. They said that journalist that was asking someone from the university a pretty basic question, and he was like, "Oh, look, we're just tired." Meanwhile, they all went out for pizza in the middle of the investigation, like party pizza.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. That student, by the way, so there was people noticed on X. I don't know how they noticed, or who got the idea to look up this student in particular, but this guy's name is Mustafa Karbak or Karbak, however you say his name. He's a Free Palestine student. He actually wrote. I saw somewhere he wrote up like a manifesto or something in 2024 that was on Brown University's platforms. I believe it was about the Palestine issue, but he's literally in a picture in what's the name of that scarf?
It starts with a K, I think.
Yeah.
The black and white.
Yes. So he's a Free Palestine student at Brown, and people were taking screen recordings about how they're going to when they look up his name, it comes up with his Brown University profile. But then when you go to his profile, it says that page not found. Also, his X account was suspended yesterday. So if you look at the video, you said he's like a dad bod. I mean, this guy's a chubby individual. He kind of fits the video of the alleged shooter.
Does he look like he would waddle?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
And he apparently the shooter yelled something before doing the killing. So I don't know. Somebody could have yelled "Free Palestine" before deciding to take out a Christian conservative member of the Brown University. I don't know. Obviously, this is all alleged, but he checks a lot of the boxes. And if Brown University is removing his profile, then I don't know. I feel like you don't do that for any reason. But the videos of the FBI going around, kicking around the snow, they're all walking together. They're not spreading out. It's like somebody retweeted and said, "This is how your buddies look for your keys when you're drunk and can't find them," or something. Like,
That's funny.
it's a complete lack of urgency. And it's like after the Tyler Robinson incident where I literally had that gut feeling of, oh my goodness, somebody just killed Charlie Kirk and they're going to get away with it because he was so at large. If his family didn't turn him in, I don't know if we ever would have found him, but I'm getting that same feeling right now.
So there's a couple other things leading to one conclusion I'm sure we've all drawn because it's us. The brother of the police chief, who is a know-nothing police chief who will not give any information, his brother is a cartel member. So that's a fun little twist that I discovered this morning. So talk about like, why are you in charge of this? Okay. Then you know that the classroom where they were studying for their econ exam, the teacher was Jewish.
Didn't know that.
We do know that they did shout based on the witness testimony, like you said, Allah Akbar, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So why aren't more of the students are trying to talk. The students are talking to the journalists, which is great, but they need to probably get on the socials and just start talking about their experience. But I'm sure the police are saying you can't say anything. Have you ever seen I'm sorry to say this, but the mayor, I don't know if it's the mayor, but he's got the like glasses on. He looks like a cartoon character from shows that our kids used to watch.
The dad.
He doesn't know anything either. Nothing. Meanwhile, they are scrubbing the accounts. What's most wicked to me, and the conclusion I'm sure we've all thought about, is all of this is so people who believe we're all the same, all culture should be respected, like great and wonderful, people are not evil. They're doing all of this, plausible deniability, all so they can maintain their narrative that the Palestinian or this pro-Palestinian guy that we celebrated clearly on our website many times, they celebrated him and now he's just gone. They're nurturing a narrative, which is wicked. And they will not, I don't think, ever let us know that this is a guy who did it unless somebody who was there and saw it talks about it. because these people in charge of Brown are the iviest of the ivies who think that kids should be able to shout pro-Palestine statements, go after the Jews, and do what they want. They invited it to their campus. And now when it comes time to hold this crazy person accountable, they want nothing to do with it because it doesn't fit their narrative. And it's wicked. If it were a white Republican man, we would have known immediately, but we don't. And I think that's really wicked.
Well, it's really discouraging. We're in the United States of America, and somebody can walk into was it a library they were studying in?
Econ classroom.
Walk into a public university, building. There's also a lot of questions. We can't even get an answer on, if you needed a card to swipe into that building. We can't even get answers to stuff like that. But a university building with cameras everywhere. Apparently there were 60 other students in the classroom when it happened. A guy can just walk into a college building, shoot someone in the face, leave, and the FBI can't even, he's still so at large, they know nothing. If they know something, they're not relaying it to us, but they're still putting out blurry pictures of some guy with a mask saying, if you know anything about this individual, let us know. It's so you can just walk into a college building, shoot someone and leave, and then you're, you did it. You got away with it. All you got to do is wear a mask. That's the frustrating and disturbing part. It's is our FBI that incompetent? They can't even have anything. That Jesse Waters video, apparently they didn't even go and start asking for Ring camera footage of neighborhoods nearby until a day or two ago. It's that's the stuff. It's how this is embarrassing. And then Brown University too. Your cameras are that bad. Your camera situation is that bad. I don't know.
And yet you're telling us immediately who you think it is because you just erased all of the footage of this man.
Yeah.
It's horrifying. I think it's horrifying.
Yeah, it's very scary. I'm holding out hope that somebody is going to turn this guy in, because if they don't, it's we could be a month or two down the road and there's going to be another blurry picture out. Do you know this guy? Unless somebody turns him in like Tyler Robinson, I don't have much hope they're going to find him at this point.
I agree with you. Don't y'all think that he'll have to be turned in by somebody who says, I know him?
Do y'all not think they know who it is?
Oh, yes. I think they do. That's what I meant when I said they're scrubbing their webpage of any of his presence.
Okay.
I think they know exactly who it is, which is why they're deleting any trace of him. I think they even know where he is. You can't go from being so celebrated and winning awards and here's this guy now to nothing and you don't know where he is. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I just think the saddest part is, JP, I don't think I sent it to our group chat. I think I just sent it to you. It's the former sniper.
Yeah.
That it's like a how to change your own tire video, except it's from a former sniper, how to survive a mass shooting. And he is being so serious. He gives you 3 tips. And, this is what you need to do when you walk into a movie theater with your family. And this is how you need to run if the shooter, and you're like, this is where we are. Not just America, but across the world. And I don't know how we got here. Can you imagine these stories back in the 80s? You weren't alive, but life was better then. This just didn't happen. But this is where we are. And again, we look at Israel, who is under attack all the time. And we're like, how do you normalize having to go to a bunker and these sirens going off and bombs headed your way? And you just casually turn the oven off while you're making your noodles and go to the bunker and then come back out and finish. But we're doing the same thing. We're normalizing this behavior. We're like, well, I guess I'm sending my kids to high school today. Good luck. I don't know. It makes me sick to my stomach.
This is just, you're right.
It's really sad and disgusting. And I blame our leaders in so many ways for not, they're like children. They can't even call out the atrocities and the disgusting behavior and how evil this is. I don't know. I know we got to go to a break. We're really over. Okay, when we come back, we'll get to some of your texts and we'll keep going through the montage. See you on the other side.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. JP, you just offered some breaking news.
Yeah, about 9 minutes ago, the Providence police actually put up there. I think this is their first picture of the guy without a mask on.
I want to see this.
And it's
This is great news.
Enhanced. It looks just like the guy who, well, in my opinion, he looks just like the student they scrubbed.
Yeah, don't you think? So what I was thinking about when you guys were talking was that we were outraged by Bondi Beach and by the police just standing by. Literally, I don't know if you've seen the videos of the woman whose child was protected by another pregnant mom because she was separated. She and her husband were separated from their baby while the shooting was going on. She reached for a gun of one of the police that was on site while the shooting was taking place. And the policeman told her, no, don't shoot. You're not strong enough. You're weak. And we're outraged because they stood idly by. And then you look at this, how many days later, and they're just now releasing a photo because, oh crap, people really want to know who did this. And our lies about, we don't have cameras, you stupid plebeians. We don't know anything about erasing anything from a website about a man we celebrated about 2 weeks ago-ish. This is turning into be like Bondi Beach, people just standing idly by. It doesn't suit their narrative. And so we're going to have a reckoning, which I think is fast approaching.
Is it though?
I think it is.
Is it?
I do think it is because people are waking up all over the country and they're seeing how much certain leaders in certain communities hate their public. They don't care about them. And people are going to have to start holding them accountable. And the best way to do it is by social media. Social media warriors, we want to make fun of the keyboard warriors, but young adults today will put stuff out there like so fast. It's shocking. I do think there's going to have to be a reckoning because this know nothing Keystone Cops situation going on at Brown is shameful. The same way that it was shameful in Bondi Beach. But I do think people are waking up to what's true. So I don't know. It could be wrong. It could just be hope. But I think that's what's happening.
We'll have to wait and see. You know, it's like I said earlier, when people have no faith in their government to even arrest somebody who walked in such a public part of a college building and just get away with that. As of for now, he's still at large. I think that's when people start to lose hope and get almost like that feeling of they have to take it upon themselves. My government's not going to help me, and that's a dangerous place to be. So
it is.
Well, Phil from Chattanooga actually brings up a good point. 833-687-4448 is the text line number if y'all want to let us know your thoughts. He says, remember that whoever comes forward talking about, somebody turning him in will most likely be harassed, threatened, canceled, and possible injury.
Yes.
So
why do we have to know who it is that puts them forward, comes forward?
Well, we don't, but, I'm sure if there's people around in that circle, I don't know, the Free Palestine circle at Brown or Providence or whatever, and, potentially, you're putting yourself out there if you're turning somebody in.
I got an idea. An anonymous tip line. Is that difficult?
That's what she
We
said.
have it at all of our high schools where you can report people that are selling drugs or doing things.
Yep.
It's not that difficult, people. Like, it's 2025. This really, if you and I, the three of us, are coming up with ideas that are monumental, we've got issues.
Why don't we just go and get in a circle and kick around the snow and see if we can find something?
Yes.
Maybe he's under the snow.
Then we'll go get pizza.
I think he's not here anymore. I think he's gone.
We'll be back. We'll talk Susie Wiles and chaplains and all the things.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Y'all, we kind of skedaddled during that break. I
Sorry.
wish people could see what we do during the breaks.
I don't ever drink. That's not true. I've done it more since we've been in the studio, but sometimes you just need a good old Coke.
It's true.
Not
Did you
Co-
get straight Coke?
Coke Zero.
Okay.
Dr. Pepper.
Like the burn in your throat, the bubbles.
It's delicious.
It's so bad for you.
Yeah.
It really is, but there are some days where that is the only thing that'll do.
I think I might make it.
You think so?
Maybe not.
Have
I
the
don't know.
bubbles kicked
And
in?
we have another Christmas party tonight too. Y'all, we are just party machines.
Are we going to do food reviews?
I've hung out with y'all so much.
It's a good thing that
Should
we
just start
like each other.
Carpooling.
Is your husband going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is yours?
So is Chris. Yes. I've got
Okay.
to pick him up. He may even throw a bow tie on for this one.
Ooh, okay. Well, now I feel.
I'm just wearing
Yeah,
this.
I'm just
Wait,
wearing
what?
this.
Chris, you don't have to put your bow tie on. I like the
No.
outfit he has on right now. So
Okay, but if it's a bow tie with like a no coat and like a dress shirt, that's fine. But if he's going bow tie coat, yeah, he's gonna be out dressing us.
It's just kind of Chris. I mean, when I ran into him that night at a little party, we were.
yeah, where were we? And I wasn't there.
You weren't there. We were at the club, and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
at a little event. You can't say the club
The club.
because then
The
everybody thinks you're in the club.
The club.
where we all fam.
So we were at the club, and he came bebop. And he had the cutest little bow tie on his suit, and then tennis shoes. Is like
He had his
spot on.
He had on his
He's just
I don't know,
sharp.
remember which
sharp.
one. But ladies, I would like to recommend if you're in the husband market, make sure that your husband enjoys shopping.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. Told my girls that same thing. Not to be excessive or crazy, but please don't marry a man who complains. Okay. Mine doesn't. He thinks shopping's fun. Do we shop all the time? No, we do not.
He's
But
got
we
some style.
Certainly have a good time, especially considering he has to order all his clothes online or,
Because he's
have
20
somebody
feet
make
tall.
them because he's so tall.
He sets the tone.
He's ridiculously tall.
Was he 6'10"?
He's 6'9", Will's 6'10" and a half.
6'9", walking in with a bow tie. That's setting the tone right there.
He sets a tone. And it's Rico Suave. What can I say? I can't help it.
Oh,
But
and
your
he's
husband
so
always
fun,
looks sharp too.
yeah. Jared used not to be into clothes, but he is now.
Same. Yes.
It's weird. But anyway, okay.
Sorry.
So we get to do
Pause.
Christmas party tonight.
Mhm.
It'll be fun.
We're
I'm just
rating
wearing
the food.
this.
We're rating the food.
Again.
Yeah. It's going to be delicious.
And Allison can go, "Oh, this sucks," in front of everybody.
Yeah,
She won't.
in front of the party host.
Party we're coming
Yeah.
to, she won't do it.
In front of AJ McCarron.
We'll do an uplifting.
AJ McCarron. Are we going to get to that story?
Yes,
Yeah, we
but
are.
not yet.
Yeah, we got to get to text right.
Oh,
now.
pulling
shoot. Okay.
the
AJ
threads.
McCarron is so good because we called it.
We did.
Okay.
We knew it.
Okay.
Okay.
Pin.
Text.
833-687-4448 is the text line number. Jeff from Huntsville says, if what you're saying is true about Brown, why can't they just be sued into non-existence?
Because they have an $8 billion endowment.
And because everybody's in on it. If they're actually withholding information and there's a conspiracy there to stifle the investigation, it's not just Brown that's in on it. It's somebody else, the higher ups.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get anywhere.
Or they could be working behind the scenes miraculously and they'll just present all the evidence. But so far, based on their Keystone Cop presentation, we don't think so.
I like your
I don't
optimism.
know who the Keystone Cops are.
They're fumbling, bumbling. I'll show you in the break.
Is it a show?
It's a movie.
Okay.
With I'll show you. It's hilarious. But
Okay.
that's just how they present. Like, hey, we got our job yesterday. We're here doing the best we can. You're talking about 2 young lives and how many people were injured in a classroom in an esteemed university, and you're not on it immediately.
Well,
It's implausible.
this is a Stan McDonald or Phil Williams question, or any lawyers that are listening. I wonder if the family who tragically just lost their daughter, if this guy, so I guess the question is, even if this guy ends up getting caught, my daughter, I'm, in response to the family, my daughter died under your watch with cameras that you couldn't even point the guy out. Is there a wrongful death lawsuit that is possible from that? That's a lawyer question. But I would think, I'm sending my kid to your university. You're responsible. And that's also the question too. How much is a university, quote, responsible for your child when you send them to university?
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
you're sending,
It's a good question. Though.
I'm sending my kid from Alabama in our own backyard to Providence, to Brown University to get an education. And they died under your watch. But the embarrassing part is like, you couldn't even, at the very least, with your $8 billion endowment, have some cameras that can catch my daughter's killer, please. Is that too much to ask? So I don't know if there's any lawyers out there that can provide some insight if there's a wrongful death,
Might
lawsuit.
be a good civil suit.
Or
I don't know
civil.
about
Yeah.
criminal.
No. Civil wrongful death, suit to sue them into oblivion. It's a good question.
And I think the underlying theme, though, that I'm hearing is we want people to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where people are losing hope. Where I think some things are changing, I do think people lose hope because nobody's ever held accountable. So in this situation, I think that's a great question, because until people feel the pain of what they've done or by their negligence have allowed to happen, then things will continue as they are.
What's that? Everybody will get a beating until order. What is that? Y'all don't know.
I actually never heard this quote.
Oh, Jared said, my husband says it all the time. Until morale improves. Something about the beatings will continue until morale improves. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Text.
Okay, so this is Brad from Crimestone County. To start the show, we were talking about the potential Venezuela war declaration tonight. He said, pretty sure the Monroe Doctrine still requires us to declare war. If Maduro is that bad and the flow of drugs is so free that it constitutes a weapon of mass destruction, then let Congress declare war. If you're okay with Trump's unconstitutional, parentheses, illegal war making, then you'll have no leg to stand on when President Gruesome Newsom comes after our guns and forcibly transes our kids in February 2029. Okay, Congress can declare war. Fine by me. That's fine. But I don't know. There's also a War Powers Act. The president does have, authority to do certain actions against non-government, paramilitary, like the cartels, like Obama did against, forces in the Middle East, terrorist organizations. So I think if you're declaring war against Venezuela proper, then I would agree declaration of war is necessary. But these drug boats are cartel members. They're not Venezuelan, government official military, forces. So fine. I'm perfectly fine if Trump wants to, officially declare war on Venezuela via Congress. But, there's also the president does have some authority to do stuff like that. That's the War Powers Act. So I don't know, fine by me. Go declare war.
Somebody told me today that you don't have to get Congress to declare war unless there are actual like boots on the ground. If it's just like airstrikes, drone strikes.
Okay. So
targeted,
that's
I don't know if that's.
Well, that's the question. So if there are airstrikes against, like ISIS, Al Qaeda, Tren de Aragua, they're not technically, government military forces. So you're not really declaring war against another government.
Right. An
And
official.
The War Powers Act gives the president authority to do, sort of unilateral strikes like that for national security. So, AKA drug boats with narco terrorists, that would fall under that. But if we're declaring war on Venezuela proper, like I said, you do need a declaration of war. Fine, do it. I got no objection against that. So,
okay.
Sorry, that was a rabbit hole. Phil from Chattanooga just texted in and said, in a world where everyone has a camera in their pocket and the police don't have one photo of a person fleeing the scene seems questionable.
Yep.
We agree.
And people wonder why I don't trust anybody anymore, especially our government. I mean, I used to be so Pollyanna, so like, yes, everybody has good intentions and they love us and they want what's best for us and they will always make the good choices for us. So just hand over all your power. And all of your let the people go do it for you. No. I don't know why, honestly, there aren't more people like us out there. And there are people that are actually looking at this going, no, cut them some slack. They're doing a good job. And it's mainly the left. I just don't get it because this is embarrassing, like y'all said. And it doesn't seem, I mean, they put out that picture. It looks just like the guy that we all said yesterday on X. I mean, do we have to do the investigation? What's so hard? Looks just like him. Go find him.
It's really not that
I mean,
hard.
if you flee,
No, it's
unless you
not.
have like the cartel or somebody, ISIS or somebody running your airplane, then you can't get out of an airport unless you're in a field. Okay. How could he get out of the country?
I don't think he's out of the country. Well, if they don't even have an ID of the guy, and I don't know, maybe this was some mastermind and he had a plane waiting for him for something. I doubt that. He's probably just off being
Like, is he in the woods?
no, he's probably taking refuge with one of his Free Palestine buddies or something.
He told somebody he was going to do it. I mean, you had to get a weapon. You had to do your thing. I don't know. I think there's a chance he's not here. I don't know.
But
where
what does that mean?
I mean, just flew out of the country, was out of here pretty quickly.
How do you get out of the country with nobody seeing you when you look like?
Because of the ding dongs running the investigation. You could just get out.
Yeah, if you don't know the person.
You don't know who he
So
is.
you don't know to be looking for him fleeing. You're
We're
right.
saying in this hypothetical, if he was able to literally get on a plane like within hours.
No, you're right.
You know.
Or he was just too lazy to go anywhere and he is like still in the community.
Okay, but aren't there cameras everywhere that you could be like facial recognition, doot, 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 and you could go through all the cameras at the airports and be like, he got on that plane, or he got whatever.
With a competent government, yeah, you would hope. I don't
Can
know.
they just put us in charge? Yes, we could do this so
We
fast.
nominate ourselves. No one's better than a mother
True.
looking for data. Sorry. We do better research sometimes than the FBI. We're just saying we offer our services.
Think about if you're Ella Cook's parents.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Any other texts?
That's it. It's about time for a break too. Anyways.
Yeah, we got to go to
All
break.
right.
Okay. We'll be back with Susie. I'm so tired of talking about Susie.
We don't have to.
But no, well, JD Vance's response was so good. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. Good grief, y'all.
Do you know Mr. T?
Mr. T?
Have you ever heard of Mr. T?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look, this is a constant family conversation. Y'all probably have them too, where the husband goes through all the statements and he's like, who is this Chegg company or who is this? And you get these trial subscriptions or somehow they get your data and you're paying for stuff you don't even know.
Hold on.
It's really annoying. Like subscriptions. He's like, what is this so-and-so company? I'm like, I have no idea who that is. I log in. They're like, welcome back. I'm like, I don't use you.
Yeah.
What is this?
You need Rocket.
We do.
No,
Rocket
it's,
Money.
What is
yes.
it? Rocket Money.
Rocket Money's great.
Yeah.
We have that. But he just has a little time this afternoon and he's going through
Oh,
and
that's the
remaking sure.
worst, especially at Christmas time.
Anyway, I got rid of a bunch of them because, they sign us up for these subscriptions where, let's say you order some skincare. Well, it puts you on the auto renew. I'm like, I don't want auto renew. I just want to try it one time. Leave me alone. Anyway, I'm sorry. These are texts from my husband. Okay, y'all. JD Vance, Susie Wiles, conspiracies. We talked about it yesterday, but the clip you played today is epic. So there are some conspiracies. I loved his answer. I only believe the ones that are true.
He then goes through all of them.
Yeah, he did.
But I haven't read them. Do you have them?
Well, I'll start with one, but then there are more that are just kind of adding on to that.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
You're being an Allison.
So the one that he talked about is, do you think that JD talked about masking toddlers? And do you think JD thought that was a bad idea? Was that a conspiracy? Or was that crazy that stupid JD Vance would not want little children to wear masks because it's not going to affect them at all? They're going to learn their letters just fine. They're going to learn to speak. They're going to be A-okay.
That was, yeah. And I mean, that's the dumbest thing because think about what toddlers keep your mask. What do toddlers do? They pull, they lick, they spit, they sneeze, they drop on the ground, they put back on their face, they switch masks with their friends. I mean, that was just giving them an object to share all the germs on very efficiently. Dumb.
Stupid dumb. Didn't it make you mad when you saw parents putting masks on their little children?
Let me breathe, Mom.
So he really talked a lot about the COVID situation. Were there others that you had? Because I just went, when he talked about it, it made me go find the list of things I've heard him talk about or things we've talked about that were conspiracies.
Yeah. By the way, background information, Susie Wiles, who did the interview with Vanity Fair, who called JD Vance a decades-long conspiracy theorist or something. And that's what caused JD's reaction. I think well, that was one of them. Wasn't the 2020 election being stolen another one?
Yes.
Another conspiracy he said he believed in.
Yep.
He said, I believed in the crazy conspiracy theory that the media and the government were covering up the fact that Joe Biden was clearly unable to do the job. I believed the crazy conspiracy theory back in 2020. Oh, wait. Yeah, that Joe Biden was trying to throw his political opponents in jail rather than win an argument against his political opponents. So, and then he goes on, he says, so at least some of these conspiracy theories, it turns out, weren't conspiracy. It was just something that was true. I said it 6 months before the media admitted it. We're basically geniuses at this point.
Yeah,
at least the three of us and all of our listeners.
Genius.
Because we could see through this crap early. But some people are still saying, this is a conspiracy. Joe Biden was in his right mind. What are you talking about? There was no auto pen. Blech.
They didn't do anything with Hunter's laptop. That was purely innocent. Hey, I'm sure JD talked about the vaccine. You're perfectly fine. You're going to have no harm. It's perfect. I mean, think about all of it.
I did start actually the other day, wanted to make a list. Maybe we could do this on air and our listeners could help us of all the things that we've been through.
You look when I'm looking. I'm sitting back. I can't do it. There we go.
Thank you. Oh,
Right in time.
oh shoot. We got to go to a break.
We do.
I thought you had new music. That's
No.
exciting. Okay, fine. When we come back, what was the other thing on my list? Oh, chaplains back in the military.
Yes. Let's do it.
Praise the Lord. We'll be back.
Hey, my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP.
Boop, 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 boop,
Okay,
boop, boop,
Allison
boop, boop, boop,
would
boop.
not let us look at
That's
X.
my breaking news. I'm
I
interrupting
know.
this program.
What?
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I thought you were hitting a button.
No, I'll turn on my
She's
phone.
not. She.
I don't have a breaking news button yet.
We need a breaking news button.
Noted.
We would be happy to make the sound effects for you, if that's what you would like.
Anybody want to guess what the breaking news is?
I
I love guessing games.
We have talked about Trump and Venezuela. We've talked about aliens.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
What is it?
If you're a ruiner, are you
I'm
going to
not-
ruin
I'm not
this
gonna
for
ruin
me?
I
it.
just heard you say that to someone in your family. Are you a
Well,
ruiner?
One, Jennings was probably 8, Connor was 10, and he took something from her. We
Oh,
were at the lake.
sorry.
I don't know what he did, but we were all swimming in the lake, and she got so mad. She yelled at him, "You're a ruiner, and everybody hates you." And so now we always say you're a ruiner. Okay,
I'm not
going
gonna guess. I'm not gonna guess. No.
President
ahead.
Trump confirms to reporters that
Okay, this was not what I was gonna guess.
FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino
Okay.
is leaving the agency.
That is what I was gonna say.
Oh my goodness.
Dan did a great job. I think he wants to go back to his show.
Huh.
That's what he literally said.
That is what Trump literally said. That's definitely not the case. There's something else there, which is Susie Wiles runs the world and everybody is gatekeeping you and your agenda. And I don't want to be part of this charade anymore.
Agreed. So if he goes back to his show, is he going back to being the Dan that we all listened to and loved and tell the truth? Or is he going to have to hedge his bets because he'll be bound by some NDAs?
Well, here's the thing. I think Dan is a very high integrity guy. I think he's a passionate guy who wants so badly to do what's right. And I think he probably was very upset and disappointed by what he saw at the FBI. And I think he's probably discouraged. And I mean, he almost left during the Epstein debacle. So, you know, it's kind of impressive that he stuck around this long. Or, yeah, I figured he was going to leave when all that happened, but he stuck around for, what was it, 6 more months? I don't know. That's kind of my guess. I think he was probably fed up with how corrupt the FBI is or how incompetent it is. And he probably just felt, what's the point of me even being here? And I'm sure he misses his show. I'm sure he misses being a national syndicate with all that money, you know? So I trust Dan. I think he's probably fed up with how things are, be my guess.
You think Cash is close behind?
Cash seems way more bought in.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think Cash has the convictions that Dan does. But I was thinking, do y'all think this is the beginning of several? You know, I heard that Trump was going to let go of Kristi Noem. I heard Pam Bondi. I heard Susie Wiles. Do you think this is the first of a few, either I'm letting them go or they're leaving?
Yes. Usually it's been January, 20th will be a year. So maybe they're just trying to make it to the year mark.
Yeah.
I don't feel
think
like
so.
there's attrition in all administrations.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he'll be. Well, I think Dan was a unique cat because he wasn't the head of the FBI. He was the deputy director, so number 2, but he was such a high profile figure. I think all the others, they're not going to willingly walk away from being the top dog of their agency, you know, like Kristi Noem and DHS and others. You know, I don't think Trump's going to go and lay off a bunch of his administration. I think he's a loyal guy. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think Dan's so passionate that he probably just couldn't take being surrounded by things that it takes a lot more than one guy, you know, in a field. You know, he probably saw a lot of stuff that he was frustrated with and he couldn't do, and he probably just couldn't take it anymore. But like I said, also, it's hard to leave a show like he had with, you know, making millions of dollars, leaving his family too. I mean, he was in DC. He talked about how much his wife was struggling with, you know, the move to DC and stuff. So there's probably a full picture of things. But I think the crux of it is he's just so passionate and wants things done right, and probably was very frustrated and couldn't take it anymore. And when I say couldn't take it anymore, he's fully capable of doing it, but I think he just couldn't take the frustration anymore. It is disappointing though, because I'd like to see more Dan Bonginos in the government, you know, working. So.
Totally forgot what I was going to say.
Well,
It was really
it's a big
good.
story.
Hold on. It was really good.
Was it about Dan? Was it about accountability?
It was.
Pam Bondi?
Oh, I know what it was. Do you think he a little bit was like pulled a Tommy Tuberville? I feel like Tuberville got, wanted to run for the Senate, wanted to do all these things and make all these things happen. And then you get there and you're gung ho. And then you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
With Tuberville, he's used to running the show. He's used to coaching and being in charge and making the plans. And then you get there and you're just one of 535, one of 100. Really, you're kind of just a puppet. You think Dan did the same thing. He's used to saying the things and doing the things. And then you get there and you're like, you really can't make anything happen unless the powers that be. Maybe this Brown University thing was the thing that pushed him over the edge. Like, I'm done.
Maybe.
Y'all are jokers.
But do you think, my father-in-law used to say, the genius of our founding fathers is that they created a government that moved very slowly, which if you're not accustomed to that, because it's good on the one hand and it's maddening on the other. So it seems to play into that, moves very slowly at a snail's pace. You can't get anything done unless you're the person that says go. And he was never that person.
Well, he did work at the Secret Service, so he knows how government works.
That's true. I forget that part.
Yeah.
I think
But
it was,
not with this kind of power.
I think the administration, Susie Wiles and Pam Bondi probably really, really, really upset him. And those are his bosses, so to speak. So
I agree with that.
if there were other Dan Bonginos, if there was people with his sort of passion and get-to-itness above him, it may be different, but I think he probably was just fed up. There was that apparently yelling match in the White House during the Epstein debacle between him and Susie during one of the meetings. So I don't know. He left a lot.
I forgot about that.
He left a lot to go do this job, So he may have just reached I don't need this sort of thing.
Life's too short.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like I said, it was very hard on his family for him to go up to DC.
It's going to be very interesting what he does next. I cannot wait to hear his post FBI, his first interview.
Yeah, it'd be interesting what route he's going to go.
Yeah. Very, very interesting. Or will he want to run for office because then he can really make some changes? You can't, but you can at least put things to the forefront like Tuberville is so good at doing on the floor, or become governor of his home state.
Yeah.
Those are the things where I think you can make a difference. I think DC is just a sludge fest, and good luck.
Yeah.
Even though we have to try.
This is a radio this is a radio worker way of thinking, but I wonder how is Cumulus gonna, because Vince Coligny is on his slot now, so I wonder where he's gonna go back to.
Vince who?
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
That Vince.
He's on his current he took Dan's slot on Cumulus. His name's Vince.
Don't make space for him.
Well, that's the
or
thing,
he'll start his own platform.
Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of wondering if he'll go back to radio or just doing a podcast. I listen to him every day though. Like it was routine. I mean, I worked at one of the stations that he was on, so I heard a lot of them. But I don't know. That's where my brain kind of went. I wonder where he's going to go back to. He'll find a spot. He's Dan Bongino, but I'm just wondering where if he'll be on the airwaves again or just doing his own thing.
You missed the veins in the forehead popping out like his.
He was an entertaining listen. He was so passionate, and you could tell he meant what he was saying. So yeah, I enjoyed his show a lot.
He loves Auburn too.
Well, I just have this question, but does anybody else think he looks like The Rock?
He's got the same
shorter,
build.
squattier version. Yeah.
I mean, because I don't know how tall he is or anything, but as
Yeah.
you're talking, I can't help but picture The Rock.
Yeah. He's a good one. I think it's probably hard to sleep at night when you know as much as he does. And
excellent point.
Probably was like, yeah, it's not worth the toll on my life, like you said.
Yeah.
Especially when you just feel like you're probably just a cog in the wheel, not really. I don't think he could get done what he thought he was going to get done. I bet probably everybody, RFK, I bet everybody's feeling that right now. Reality's setting in. Things move very slowly, either because we're corrupt and we don't want them to move, or because it's the way the government was set up and it just gets tiring. I don't know. I don't
Was
blame
this
him.
effective immediately?
That's a really good question. I don't know. What I was sent didn't Say that.
Well, I think this is the first of a few. Not many, but I do think it's the first of a few. But we'll see.
Do we want to take a break and then we can? I don't know.
We got AJ McCarron we need to talk about before Hot Flash News.
Hot Flash News at 4. AJ McCarron when we come back. That's so
got to do it.
Good and terrible and awful and awesome. We're geniuses. Let's just call it right now. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. Finally, to the story we really wanted to tell you about last week.
Freaking Bama.
Oh, you guys.
What?
JP, do we have to wait to
I
do
got
this
so
story?
distracted after you.
Okay.
Oh, man.
But what are you going to do for it?
He's going to play a little bit of the song. Everybody, just imagine in your head right now that you hear the country song, Alla Freaking Bama.
Wait, that's a song?
It's an actual song.
I've actually never heard the song.
Okay, I'm going to look it up. Does it have any bad words in it?
No, it's
Are you
the
sure?
lyrics in part of a country song. I don't know, but when I hear it, I'm like, oh, I love that. Part of the lyrics say Alla Freaking Bama. I bet one of our texters.
There it is.
Okay, see?
Trace Adkins.
Thank you.
Oh, Kid Rock has a version that is
not clean.
Not
explicit.
Yeah.
But
Don't
if you play
click on that
Trace
one.
Adkins, Allison, up. Thank you. Oh, it's loud. Sorry. Okay.
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 All right, so it's going to go something like this.
Yeah. Alla Freaking Bama.
A pink Bama do-rag.
I think we passed the 7-second copyright.
Oh,
Okay, crap.
okay, shoot.
We'll get to it. Anyway.
Trace won't come after us.
So we were at a party last week. Trust us, we don't go to this many parties, but we go because we're invited, and we ended up having a fabulous time. But we happened to be around the lovely Catherine and the very dapper AJ McCarron. And we were there. We've been around politics since we were in college. So it's been a minute. JP just has good instincts in general. And what was the one thing we all said? Because I told JP when I got here what I think happened when they got to the car.
I said he seemed very overwhelmed and very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think when they got to the car, they all walked together. They all got in, they all shut the door, and everybody looked at each other and collectively said, nope.
Mm-hmm.
Because we knew something was not right. They are incredible people. Like, you can just tell their demeanor, their aura,
Their energy.
Yes.
Their vibe.
Their vibe. Good and decent people. We said that last week. You can tell they are good and decent people. But we knew, we even went back and had a powwow, you and me, with another friend. And we're like, yeah, something's not this. I wanted to tell him, as somebody who has run for office before, please run while you can. Like, get out of here. Like, just go back to your life. I don't know that you want this.
Is that powwow what I walked in on to use the bathroom?
Yep.
But do y'all remember, y'all were standing there when I told his little handler guy.
Yeah.
I said, because we were talking about Phillip Rivers going back and if he got an opportunity to play football. And I said, that sounds like a much better choice. He should totally go back and play football.
You really said that. And he was like,
I did. He kind of giggled out loud. And anyway, but it never seemed like, because I was in talks with his campaign manager to get him on the show. And actually, I'll go ahead and tell y'all that Rightside Radio and Alabama Policy Institute are hosting a Lieutenant Governor Forum in Hoover on January 20th. And so we'll give y'all more information on that. But AJ is the only one that had not committed to be there. And so we had been trying to talk him to get him to the event. Clearly was never going to happen.
Never.
Never going to happen.
Never.
And just some of the conversations, it was like, does he even want to be here? Does he even want to be doing this? That he hadn't made any rounds on social media or to the media, hadn't done any interviews. And then we ran into him that night and y'all both were like, oh, this is not where he wants to be.
No.
Not at all.
He stuck out like a sore thumb. It was like he was being held hostage, like against his will.
Yes, that's it.
It was really bizarre. So we've talked about this before, but the whole Feinbaum flirting with Senate, and he even said, Feinbaum, his own words, said that the consultants just came to his house and swayed him to run and gave him all these poll numbers and convinced him to run, even though he never officially did. I think AJ probably got the same treatment because if you remember, it was kind of around the same time AJ was rumored to run and then eventually did. I think he took the Feinbaum bait And it's funny because even in how he said he was leaving the race, he said, despite amazing poll numbers and despite, all this money, it was like the poll numbers were it was almost like, well, I know his consultants probably wrote that for him, but I think he took the bait that Feinbaum was given and didn't take. And I think he was kind of regretting it. And I think the Stallions job, the Birmingham Stallions coaching job, coming open yesterday, I think that kind of gave him an out. But I don't know. I love AJ. He's a great commentator. Great. He's great at talking ball. He clearly can talk and articulate, and he's passionate about his views. So it would seem not like himself for him to be so uncomfortable. And it seemed like he didn't want to be doing what he was doing. But I think he was sold a bag of goods, and I think he was regretting it.
Yep.
And this was his out, and he took it.
And I am very proud because it takes a person of character to be able to walk away. And I think there are more people that we think should have just walked away before they ran for office. That's a lot. Now, because he is in the spotlight, because he's who he is, that doesn't mean as much to him. I do think we need more people like that. That this spotlight, you're like, whatever, I've already been in the spotlight. And the money, I've got all the money I want. Look at my beautiful, accomplished wife. Like, come on. They're beautiful children. Getting to office, as we see from the insider trading, Anna Paulina Luna, Tim Burchett, going against that shouldn't be the best job you've ever had.
Yeah.
And it turns into that as soon as they get there. And so for them, while I'm happy for them to go, and we knew, and I am on the other side of running for office, good job. Because if it's right for you to run for office, you have a peace about it and a joy, and you do it whether you win or lose. But you meet too many people for whom this is the penultimate, they're everything, and they're going to leave office holding on to it with their cold, dead fingers because it means that much. It should not. So while I'm happy for them to go and live their life, I do want to see more of that character in people that you're like, I could take it or leave it. Those are the kind of people we need running for office.
So, okay, we got to go to break in like 20 seconds, but it's the question we brought up several times. Who wanted AJ and Feinbaum to run and why? And we know the consultants because that's public, but who via the consultants wanted AJ and Feinbaum to run and why? I don't even know that's an on-air conversation.
I can't say it on air, but I know who it is. And y'all probably can guess too.
It was so obvious to me with them two in particular.
The same people, Bruce Pearl, AJ, because they did want AJ to run for U.S. Senate.
Yeah.
Paul Feinbaum, same people. Yeah. It was all a whole thing.
Who's the puppet master?
I'll tell you, but we got to go to break first. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, and it is time for Hot Flash News.
Wait, you gotta give me a couple more seconds to get the sound effect ready.
JP,
Just say it really dramatically one more time.
Hot Flash News.
Excuse me.
The sizzle you added is true.
Every time. And if you're not watching online, you missed the full effect. I can't believe I just snorted. Like straight.
Okay.
And I was laughing, so my head was in the microphone.
Okay.
It's embarrassing.
It's all right. It's not embarrassing. It's us.
It's just, I don't wash my feet either. So what's new? All right. So you know the rules. I'm just going to read the headline. I actually haven't read any of these stories. So you have to tell me swipe right, swipe left. Sometimes I just start talking because I entertain myself.
Okay.
Here we go. Pride group denied float in Middle Tennessee Christmas parade to minimize distraction from Jesus. Yeah, no, the headline is exactly
This
how
is
I read it. There's
real?
no catch. There's no catch.
I'm gonna swipe right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me
swipe right.
dig into this
I had
because
to process what? Okay, I'm sorry.
this is a quote. Although we agree there's a time and an important role played by special interest groups such as Upper Cumberland Pride, we didn't think this was it. Huh.
Somebody
All right, this is from Cookeville, Tennessee.
all right, Cookeville,
Denied
Tennessee.
2 groups from its event in an effort to minimize distraction from Jesus. Yeah. Upper Cumberland Pride and the Putnam County Young Republicans were both denied access to the Christmas parade.
What'd the YRs do?
I'm guessing it's just because they're political.
Okay, I respect that.
What do you think?
I respect it.
So didn't we have a similar instance with this last year in Alabama with a Christmas parade? Prattville. Yeah. And it went to court and the was it drag queen float? The drag queen float was allowed to go in the Christmas parade, and the AL.com, people were all like, free speech wins again. It's like, no, this is, so I'm glad this Tennessee city went the other route, because it's a different, I mean, how about taking your kids to a Christmas parade and not having to see all of that,
What is it about other than trying to groom children if you want to do that at a Christmas parade?
Yeah. And it's Christmas. Okay. Jesus.
Right. It's not about you, narcissist, by the way.
I think this parade apparently was put on by private citizens. It wasn't a government run parade. It wasn't the city or whatever. So maybe that's why they can deny it. But here for it, it's really funny. It was funny to watch your all's faces because you both were like, wait, did she leave out a word?
Yeah.
What, did she
Is
read that
something
right? I mean,
good
I
happened?
did have to put my glasses on.
Nice.
Okay.
Will Ainsworth says that the West Alabama corridor is the biggest abuse of taxpayer funding in Alabama's history.
Ooh.
Bigger than Fort Deposit and the election fraud?
Well, I don't know if that is an abuse of taxpayer funding for the Fort Deposit, because now they have to pay to redo, the people of the city have to pay to do a whole other election. But that West Alabama corridor, which connects Tuscaloosa and Mobile or something, or where does it go? Let me click on
Well, they
that.
have the Dixieland Highway, which are we even allowed to say
What
that
is
word
the
anymore?
Dixieland Highway?
That's kind of the back road way to get from South Alabama up to Tuscaloosa and actually up to North Alabama.
So it goes from Tuscaloosa. Yeah, you're correct. All the way down to Thomasville.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why.
There's zero federal dollars that go into it. It's funny because we still have potholes on Highway 119 in Shelby County. There's like a 3-foot deep pothole, right there. If you're turning, I mean, well, you will pop a tire, and it's been there for years, but we can now borrow. This is what's happening with the corridor, $730 million against future tax receipts to finance the West Alabama Highway project.
Hold on. What are we trying to do? Is there need for this highway?
I mean, I've always heard it called the highway to nowhere. I mean, who is going from Tuscaloosa?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are people but that's not like a main thoroughfare.
No, that's just such an obscure route.
Could you not widen I-65 in the places where it's super packed in the summer? I mean, there's so much work that could be done probably in North Alabama as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, really and truly.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we stuck on a ghost town highway that we want to like against $700 million?
You
I
have
don't
to ask the questions.
No, I don't really.
Because somebody needs to get paid.
It's
Let's
true.
look who is on that project, which I actually know who's doing the road. Anyway, or whoever it is, the gravel owner, the whatever owner, somebody needed. It's why we're putting in broadband still over there. It's the dumbest thing ever. Somebody needs to get paid.
Yeah.
Why is it always that answer?
But that's Ainsworth's reason for calling it out to
Right.
widen 65, which I haven't, Huntsville, I never really traveled or needed to travel on 65 except, going to Birmingham to see family. And then that's really it. But there's a lot of 65. I didn't realize, like when we were going to Montgomery, oh my goodness, there were spots. I was like, this is insane.
It's awful.
Yeah. So and I know, if we're talking about other projects, even besides widening 65, that taxpayer money could go to. I know Huntsville, who is just bursting at the seams with all the people coming in and the infrastructure can't keep up. There's so many projects that I'm sure if the money was allocated, it'd be awesome for them to get done. Yeah. But the West Alabama corridor, it's like, I agree with Allison. It's one of those things where it's like, that's too obscure.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Random.
benefiting from
Bridge to nowhere, highway to nowhere.
Yep.
Come on. Moving on.
Moving on. Senator Katie Britt introduces the bill to re-implement the presidential fitness test to cut childhood obesity numbers.
I thought that they started that last year again. Was that just like for a test run?
Let me click on it.
So RFK said they were bringing it back. I remember that.
All right. But maybe they had to.
Okay. So this legislation would codify President Donald Trump's, good on Katie Britt.
Sweet.
That's what I mean. Like, there's some other things we could work on codifying, but I'm all for the fitness test.
I mean, do y'all remember that horrible,
So-
having to do the pull-ups?
Yeah.
Shame
up the rope.
everyone into shape.
Like,
I
get up
was
there,
I was
not
in
fall down?
elementary school when they stopped it. I remember
Really?
actually because it used to be a thing. Me and my friends all were like competing with each other about getting it, and I remember when they stopped it, I was in like 4th or 5th grade. Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it? It was sit-ups and like the stretch test. Remember, you had to put your feet on those the box and then pull a hammy as you like tried to reach really far.
Yes.
Did you have to climb? Am I right? Did
I never had. No. That's dangerous.
No, we did do the push-ups one with the voice that said down,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
down.
Except for my PE teacher would just do that on a microphone.
No, we had a recorder with it.
you were at
Sure you
private
did.
school.
So were you.
Well, that's when I went to public elementary school.
Oh,
and that's
okay.
where we
All
did
right,
it.
that
Yeah,
makes sense.
All right, so
Okay.
y'all support
I support.
Senator
Support.
Britt.
Thumbs up.
14 suspected illegal aliens arrested in Marshall County traffic operation. Albertville residents respond with prayer vigil for the Latino community.
All right. They're the same people that last year did a whole thing, right? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. What was that? Well, what's funny is that it goes on to say that 12 of the subjects had criminal histories beyond illegal immigration, including DUI, fraud, domestic violence, and distribution and possession of drugs.
Can you say suicidal empathy?
Sounds like some people that need a visual.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer apparently has put to bed the rumors of him going to Michigan. He's staying.
And actually an extension's in the works.
Okay.
Anybody with a brain knew that wasn't going to happen, though. Why would you go into that crap of Michigan's program right now?
Oh, man. What
Why?
a disaster.
I'm going to leave
Money.
Alabama. No, Alabama will outbid Michigan to the T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you want, I mean, I didn't know if Alabama, because y'all are like 10-2 and that's, oh my God, we got to get rid of our coach.
Not me. We're in the playoffs. Why would you leave a playoff team to go into the Michigan mess? No, doesn't make sense to me.
No, thank you. Hard pass.
Okay. Oh gosh, there's so much more to get to. Nick Saban buys stakes in the, not stakes, but stake in the Nashville Predators.
It's funny. He's such an obscure entrepreneur. Like,
Yeah. Like,
dealerships.
bravo
hockey
on money
teams.
management, sir.
Yeah.
And the people who want to support you to support them.
British man y'all, this is where we're headed to. Have you read this?
No, what?
A British man was fined $200 for spitting out a leaf that had blown into his mouth.
Wait,
No way. That's got to be satire,
Hold on.
right?
wait, really?
This is on the not the B.
Hmm.
Sounds like something out of a comedy movie. Oh, this poor little man. He's 86. Oh, it says $300. Hold on.
He spit something out of his mouth.
Oh, let's
Okay.
see.
They have rape gangs. This is not.
He said, I was sitting
It's
there.
not-
A gale blew a big reed into my mouth, he recalled to the BBC, referring to the plant pot of the grass family. I spat it out. And just as I got up to walk away, 2 law enforcement officers came up to me. He ended up receiving a fine totaling $334.
Holy crap.
England, you are gone.
Lincolnshire, where he lives, dude, you need to move. It is known for liberally handing out these littering tickets.
Oh, good night.
Yup. Lost their minds.
They out.
They lost it. What a load. Okay. DOJ to give Congress email evidence that the Biden administration knew it did not have probable cause to raid Trump's home.
Saw
Another one for the W column for us. Conspiracy theorists are right.
Correct.
And finally, Trump is suing the BBC. See, it all comes full circle for deceptively editing his J6 speech. He is asking $5 billion.
I hope he gets
Ooh.
every penny. Did you
Go
listen to the
Donald
two
Trump.
the comparison?
I did not.
I did.
It's horrible.
It's bad.
Horrible. And to think people to this day are like, J6, did you hear Trump? If you're not paying attention, yes. This is horrible.
By the way, where did the pipe bomber go?
In jail, but the story went away.
That's so weird.
The pipe bomber is in jail?
He was arrested, yeah.
And then nothing else came out about it? Nobody
Not
was
yet.
arrested for hiding it for 4 or 5 years?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No, that's weird, Allison.
That is all the hot flash news. Flashing hot news I have for today.
Great stories.
But we covered a lot. So when we come back, I still want to talk about chaplains in the military. I think it's important.
Yep.
It's a bold move.
And then we're going to finish with Candace after
Ooh.
that.
Bringing Jesus and Candace. Sounds about right. Sounds like our show. We'll be back.
Wildlife Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And we are working our way almost to the end of a Wednesday. Then we're off to a party.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we're off tomorrow.
No, we're not off tomorrow.
What?
We're off to a party. And where we only will have good things to say about the food because I know where we're going and I can't wait.
No, we have to give honest. And if it's not good, even there, we will tell it.
Well, we will tell it, but yeah, begrudgingly. No, I'm kidding. All right, JP, we had from the montage a bit about chaplains, like actual chaplains, not mood ring wearing chaplains returning to the military. But you said perhaps there was a text about it.
Yeah, we actually got a text before we played it in the montage. We got a text at 2:05 to start the show today from Chris from Starrett, Alabama. Said, "Did you hear that Pete Hegseth's speech about Chaplain Corps? As a 24-year veteran, I can attest that it needs revamping in a big way. Pete is doing great things that are long overdue." Yeah, so if y'all didn't see the video Pete made, he talked about how the chaplains had been purposefully and intentionally weeded out / infiltrated to be a talk about your feelings instead of talking about God, part of the military. And he was talking about how they're bringing back real chaplains. They're going to talk to soldiers about Christ and their spiritual, struggles. I mean, being in the military, I can't even begin to imagine the spiritual struggles they go through. So they need chaplains that are actual chaplains to be there for them. But I know in particular our Huntsville crowd, the strong military presence there, I'm sure they can attest to how much they're in support of bringing back chaplains. I think it's a big step in the right direction. Another thing that Hegseth is doing that I love.
Do you know when the chaplaincy was established or by whom?
1775, wasn't it? Or 1779. George
Washington. He said that, I love this in the little clip, that they needed the blessing and protection of heaven, particularly when they were in distress and danger. And I thought, oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be done with the emotional support chaplains, and really get after it. I think it's a beautiful thing.
How do you get around that from freedom from religion? Freedom of religion.
It's freedom of religion, not freedom from religion.
But they always say, they want to make it and act like it's freedom from religion. So, I guess here's my thing. If you're in the military and you're in the middle of the war, I'm thinking like, hey, try something. Even if you aren't a believer, like, wouldn't you rather have someone that's legit instead of going, tell me what you dreamed about last night and I will dissect the marshmallows. Like some stupid aura vibe, whatever. Like, give me something concrete that I can hold on to. Do you think this is well received? Or do you think it's...
I think so.
From service members?
For sure. I mean, and I've never been in war, so I can't speak from experience, but I can't even imagine being a Christian and, you come to the chaplain and you're talking about your struggles, being in battle, maybe struggling from a lack of faith. I can't imagine seeing your friends die right in front of you, having questions about God. And instead of getting a biblical, strong response about God and Jesus, you get well, you have every right to feel that way. You're going, and no, they want to hear God is still with you. God hasn't left you. And then speak biblical truth to them to actually bring them back up in spirit, not if you have suicidal thoughts, that's fully normal and okay. Like, that's not the way that we need strong Christian chaplains for our soldiers.
So they said that the present Army Spiritual Fitness Guide, I guess they're redoing it, but in the one that they have right now, God's mentioned 1 time, feelings are mentioned 9 times, and playfulness is mentioned 11 times.
Playfulness.
So, thank you, Pete.
Yes, thank you, Pete.
This is shameful.
What does playfulness even mean?
Especially,
I don't want my military doing anything playful.
No, nothing. Take care of business, please.
I give up.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing? Candace Owens. Lord, I'm so tired of talking about her, but she's in the news, so we'll do it. We'll be back.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors, you got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We've had quite the day today going through the latest on the shooting at Brown University and the poor job that's happening there while parents wait to find out about their daughter and son's murderer, and while students who'd been injured are also waiting for the same thing. And the students who were there are waiting for the university officials to tell the freaking truth about what happened. Okay? Because enough of them have talked. So we'll see about that. But our thoughts and prayers are still with those precious children who lost their lives. Then we have talked about the JD Vance, Susie Wiles dust up. I do think it's funny that JD admitted they had talked about the conspiracy theories and they've joked about it over time. So I find that odd because JD's like, whatever. You see his Harvard training come out in situations like that. And then the massive story of the day is that they're bringing the chaplaincy, like actual chaplains, back to the military. And I think their founding father, George, would be very proud and pleased. Now, this story is one that we're all over it, but it's one that won't seem to go away.
Well,
We'd like to put it to bed, unless, of course, it happens what you said.
Yeah. If somebody gets sued or there's like a fist fight, we'll talk about it.
Or for the fist fight.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not tired of if we're having an opportunity to talk about how Candace has made a fool of herself and is even backtracking. So I'm okay to talk about how much Candace is eating what she had to say. You know, we're not talking about it anymore from a standpoint of, well, Candace, shut up. It's wow, Candace after the Erica meeting is backtracking like crazy because she knew she had no credibility.
So she just did an interview with Piers Morgan that dropped while we were on the show. And this is just a little couple sentences from it. But Piers Morgan said, when you say that somebody at TPUSA was complicit in his murder, who was? Owen says, I believe that there were multiple people at Turning Point who are, as I have said many times, my exact words are, they're engaged in a cover-up. But were any of them engaged in the planning of the murder of Charlie Kirk? I wouldn't know how it was planned. I cannot confidently make that statement. And it goes on from there. So it also, we talked about in the first hour that it has been alleged that his security team, that'd be Charlie Kirk's security team, are getting ready to sue her, which is interesting. But I think we all would say from the beginning that she, to me, acts like, and we've talked about this like 2 weeks ago, a woman who was scorned at some point.
Are you implying that she and Charlie had a relationship?
No, not implying
Are you
that
just
they had a
asking
relationship.
questions?
I'm just asking questions. I just, am watching the way that she acts, and it comes across like somebody who at some point did not get what she wanted, which was more power, more prestige. They weren't in touch over the last year, really. I mean, they didn't let her on the stage with them. And I just feel like we felt last week at our Christmas party, we were like, something's not right here. Completely different. But you just got that feeling like, I don't know what's happening here. Same thing with that. But I look at Candace Owens and I think it feels like she didn't get what she wanted.
I think what you just read, we have a friend who has just engraved this in our brains to always pay attention to words and semantics and what someone says and to think a little deeper about it. And when she says, I basically am alleging and stating that I think someone at Turning Point USA or some people were involved in a cover-up. Okay, what does cover-up mean? Well, you can cover up for a lot of things. That doesn't mean you orchestrated his murder. That means you might be covering up leaks of intelligence that you don't want to come out because you're in the middle of an investigation. But you can say cover up really mysteriously. It's a cover up. And people start to go, oh, Turning Point was in on it. You're protected because, I don't know, cover up could mean lots of things. And so I think it's important for us, no matter what the setting is, to always pay attention to words. It's our friend who always says, you were spying on me. I was not spying on you. I was surveilling. Okay, come on. So there might be a lot of that comes out in the future where Candace is able to say, based on semantics, I didn't say Turning Point killed him. I just said they were part of a cover-up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I don't know, but I just cannot believe how much energy we've given. I mean, JP, I'm going to part ways with you on this one. I don't even want to talk about that she was wrong. I don't even care. Now, it matters from a standpoint that we have a lot of people that bought into her. And still, I do think there are some things that she said that are true. I think Macron's wife is a dude. I don't know that, but I do. Don't sue me. But I mean, high probability that's true. Maybe the French government actually was trying to assassinate her. But when you start talking about crazy stuff and all these things that you don't have any proof of, all that starts to look really fake too. And so, but we have lots of people our age because they got bought into her with the Brexit stuff. We were looking for our counterbalance to Obama. We wanted someone that was Black and conservative that we could platform, and that was her. And we're still stuck there. Well, you know what? People change a lot. Something weird happened to her. I don't know. Maybe she was weird all along and we just didn't know it.
I don't know. We have a friend who has told us that this is not they know her and this is not who she was.
Yeah.
So I think it's very interesting. And who knows? I mean, the following that and the audience that she supposedly had, we don't even know if that's real.
Yeah.
But it is somebody who is a word ninja can take a sentence and use it any way they wish. And you're like, oh yeah, that's absolutely right. But if you take it apart and you're alleging these horrible things that happened, you need to go and make sure you have rock solid evidence. And like we said last week, go Dateline and figure it out yourself. Yeah. But the idea that they may sue her, that's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting in the long run.
So why I think it's important to point it out. I agree with you. I never watched Candace's show. I see the clips. Yeah, I saw the clips all the time of the next absurd thing she was saying with no credibility at all. But her podcast shot up the charts and became #1 because of what she was saying. And she was racking in so much money from it. She set the conservative movement back. I don't know how much, but she definitely set it back because of the infighting, and she was maliciously manipulating it for her own gain. And what happened was, she went to this meeting with Erica Kirk yesterday, and apparently Turning Point's lawyers were there. Erica was obviously there, and then another Turning Point member was there with Erica. And I bet what happened was they showed her some proof. What you're saying is nonsense. What you're saying is crap. Now you've seen the proof. So if you keep up with this, we now know it's intentional and we will sue your pants off. And I think Candace came back with a completely different tone after that. She was getting bashed in her comments during the live stream yesterday from her fans about how she sold out. She got the call. She sold out. But that just proves how much she used these crazy people who listened to what she was saying and never questioned it one bit. But it's important to mock these people when they get caught with their pants down like Candace did, so that doesn't happen again, because she profited so much off of it. Now that she got caught, and we're not going to let her do the step back and then go back to her normal thing and act like nothing ever happened. No. You said some insane things, and over somebody who died, your friend who died, and you accused his family, his friends of being in on it. But now that you got shown the evidence and you're just going to give the, just act like nothing ever happened, divert. No. You're going to have to pay for what you did so that this doesn't happen again. It's important to mock these people when this happens. So she actually went on her stream and insinuated that Erica and Turning Point were actually pretty innocent. And she actually said Tyler Robinson did shoot him. That part is undisputed. But there's people at Turning Point I don't trust. I don't like their vibes. It's like, oh, okay. So this was about vibes the whole time. No actual evidence.
Yeah.
So it's important to call it out and mock it whenever they get caught like this, so that it doesn't happen again. There's no grifters. There's no grifters allowed in this movement.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
JP. It's a really good word.
So we'll see. We'll see what her next move is. If she just diverts or if she gets
She'll
sued.
divert. I don't know. I think she'll divert. She'll turn her attention to something else because that's what she does until people all have had enough. Yeah. That's what I think will happen.
There's part of me that wonders if we're just, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, could be. I'm sorry.
We don't have a cough button.
Whatever cough she
contagious.
has, it's probably because
Do we need to get y'all cough buttons?
I have it. Yes. We want like
Somebody I
one
know
right in
has
the middle.
COVID.
Uh-oh.
I haven't been around it, but I'm just
It's
saying,
all
like,
right.
I'm so tired of COVID. Whatever, flu, COVID.
Yeah.
That was just a tickle. I just need some of my
I have
Coke
it.
Zero.
It's fine.
It's
We're
cold,
just
you know.
totally fine.
Actually, I'm kind of sweating.
It is pretty hot in here.
Wait, y'all think it's hot in here?
Are you cold? Oh, crap.
It's 75 in here
Somebody,
right
It is?
Mhm.
JP,
Sorry.
JT, turn that down.
now. I'll turn it down for the last segment.
Oh,
Thanks, JT.
all right. We got to go to a break. We're going to do Would You Rather. Do we have anything else we need to cover?
Oh, we got all the montage topics in today.
We did?
We did.
Yay, us.
Okay.
All right.
Success. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He's JP. We're wrapping up a Wednesday, going to perhaps one of our most favorite segments of the day. I'm going to make you laugh while we're doing this segment because I'm going to write down
What are you going to
what
write?
happened to me on my first car date with my husband.
Now, everybody, they can't see that.
Everybody's
it's
in
not fair.
suspense.
You know, oh, shoot.
That was his first
Abs.
patient.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was so sick.
You threw up on him.
Close.
You threw up.
No, but I want.
You sneezed on him.
I got sick. Anyway, it was embarrassing.
Okay.
That's how you know. So if that happened, the story that you're describing happened, good things are coming.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well,
Tragic first dates
Lead
mean
to
probably good
marriage.
thing. And I mean tragic, like funny.
Yeah.
Tragic. Funny,
I think
weird.
it's funny you use that word, but secrets hurt people's feelings, and now all of our listeners have hurt feelings. But
Maybe I'll tell you tomorrow.
yeah, it's along the lines of I don't wash my feet.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
admire y'all's openness with the audience.
Yes, I
Well,
don't know
there
if they
are people
admire it.
too. You know.
Hey, I've had people in Christmas parties come up and literally two people. I turned on the radio the other day. I was listening. I'd never get a chance to listen. And y'all were talking about the fact that none of y'all washed your feet. And I said to both of them, do y'all wash your feet? No, we just let it run down like the water and the soap like you do. I'm like, okay, why y'all look at me like I'm
What's
crazy?
the problem?
Nobody washes their feet.
Patrick from Decatur says TMI.
Patrick, we've already covered this for like 4 days in a row, but
Well, that's the
Sorry.
thing of, when you're reminded that the show is just not us talking in a room. Like
Yeah.
whenever I like meet listeners and they say, "Oh, that was so funny when you and Phil did," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're listening to that." Oh yeah.
it's like thousands of people out there.
True.
Yeah. I'm like,
Weird.
how'd you know? Oh yeah, we're live.
Said that out loud to
Yeah.
thousands of people.
I'm convinced though you can, but you really can't have a great show if you think about how many people are.
Oh,
listening.
no. Mm-mm.
You have to talk like it's just us.
The camera's just like one of our friends.
It's our
just-
bestie.
It's the way it goes.
We used to have a sticker of Kay Ivey on our camera. And so every time we look at the camera, we would talk to Kay.
See
I need to go
Meemaw?
see if I can find
Yeah.
one.
What?
I'm going to look for that because we had a bunch.
But that was funny. Okay.
We got about 4 minutes, but 3 minutes
Oh.
Okay.
for Would You Rather. Okay, I got two good ones for you.
Okay.
Would you rather speak in a baby voice for a day
Mhm.
or be spoken to in a baby voice for a day?
Speaking of baby voice for a
Speak-
day, because babies are darling.
Speak in a baby voice.
Yeah.
For sure. Because it's so demeaning when people like talk to you like you're an idiot, and that's what I would get if people talk to me like a baby in a baby voice every day. I'd rather make other people feel like that.
What
than be
are
like
you
that.
thinking?
I don't know. It's really not that deep, but I'm like, does it mean, do they just talk like a little baby?
Allison, are you on the radio
Oh,
show?
okay, that answers it. Yeah, I'll talk because I can't listen to that all day.
That's how I talk to my nephew.
No, that's a bunch of mess.
All right, next one. Why do we always end up at feet? Would you rather spend the day wearing wet socks or
Ew.
with a popcorn kernel stuck in your teeth?
Oh, they're both.
I think
awful.
it's happening right now. I think I was eating cashews. I cannot stand wet socks, wet shoes. Let's just go with popcorn. Oh, but that's awful.
I'm going with popcorn.
Yeah, I gotta go.
The wet sock. Because remember when you were little and you played in the snow and you came out, your feet were just mops. And you couldn't wait to fling your shoes and socks off.
You didn't put plastic bags over your feet?
No.
Like
Well,
Walmart bags?
my mom's from Ohio, so you just got out there and you played and you did your thing. Or when we would go out and ski, you had the proper whatever. But when you're a little kid, don't you remember? But those wet
Yeah, it's awful.
sock
You
feet.
get sick.
Ew.
But the popcorn can hurt if it
It-
starts getting into your gum,
Yeah, and then it
It
can make your
hurts.
mouth bleed.
or if it sticks in the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, but you get a treat when you're done. You get to eat a popcorn kernel.
No, it's just it's a shell.
That's a man
Yeah.
statement if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Do y'all eat the popcorn kernels?
if they're slightly popped, yes, but
Oh.
not the fully closed ones.
Like the corn, the pieces of no.
Okay.
Do
Y'all
you?
gonna think I'm so weird.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I do my popcorn for about a minute and a half so that there's a good amount of kernels that are not popped.
You eat the kernels?
I eat them all.
Do you dip the kernels
No,
or
no,
do
no.
you eat the kernels?
I eat the kernels.
Were you a dipper? Did you sunflower seed dip first as a little kid and then move
like-
on?
No, I
Okay.
just, give me a good amount of like 60% popcorn and then give me 40% kernels. And then like 5 or 10 of those will be slightly popped and they're good. And then I just eat all the non-pop.
Just
I did that as a kid and I actually was surprised when people don't do that. I just kind of naturally did that. And whenever I tell people now, they're like, are you insane?
Do you chew them?
Mm-hmm.
okay. Question:
Mhm.
Are you M&Ms in popcorn or just straight popcorn?
I just like straight popcorn.
I'm still stuck on like what happens on the other side of
Of what?
like do you, I mean, is it
No.
like eating corn?
No. I don't think so.
Check it out and report back next time because to me that's like really hard on your digestive
How
tract.
about on your teeth?
Yeah,
Like
have
I'm
you
waiting for you to tell me your.
chipped a,
Yeah.
a teeth. Have you chipped a teeth?
You know
Look,
what? If
my
you
teeth
call
look-
us and tell us that, we'll know why.
That's weird,
That's-
JP.
The only time I chip my tooth is when I grind my teeth in my sleep big time so much I chipped right here and then I had to start wearing a night guard.
Oh wow.
But no, my teeth are fine.
Okay.
Popcorn
All right,
kernel
well, great.
certified.
Ugh.
Hmm.
We got
Ugh.
we got one more good one.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather spend a week in the woods or spend a night in a haunted house? Okay, wait, let me rephrase. Spend a week in the woods without a tent or a night in a real haunted house?
Oh boy.
Give me a night in a haunted house.
Heck no. No. I'm going.
You going woods?
Okay, there's stuff in the woods that can actually kill you.
You think a haunted house like Tucker Carlson got scratched by
He's
his
still alive. Can you imagine if you came across a bear in the woods with no tent?
That's a oh.
the tent doesn't help you with the bear anyway.
Could.
Have
Sleep
you
in a
not seen
tree.
that movie with the bear where they drag her out of the tent, the bear, and then it hunts everybody else?
No.
Y'all didn't watch that?
No.
The tent did not help.
You got about
I
10
don't know.
Haunted
seconds
house.
I don't
here.
know.
Haunted house.
I'm going woods.
Okay.
Tomorrow, it'll be awesome as usual. We'll see you then.